You are telling them to collect a minimum wage of 17K. Who are the people giving them that money? It's not just government jobs that are involved.
Now, these businesses that are coming in, they have seen something that possibly some people are not seeing.
You listen to the cry of the people, but you didn't listen to the cry of business owners.
I think for me, I would say a 50% of the millennials and a 50% of the Gen Zs. Reason because these days, immediately they are leaving school, they don't even have plan to stay. They have plan to leave.
Some of them are leaving for marriage too.
Oh, really? Oh, that would be
There are
interesting.
better
Well,
options over there.
hello, welcome to HRTV, your number one channel for everything human resource and business related. My name is Banke and I'm your host today. With me, I have Tife. Tife is an experienced business manager, and we both will be addressing several topics relating to business and human resource related. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please like, share, and subscribe now. Hi, Tife. It's nice to have you here with me today.
Thank you so
How are
much
you
for inviting
doing?
me. Miss Banke. I'm good. I'm quite alright. It feels good to be here having this session.
Nice one. How are you coping? You're really looking very beautiful. I don't think Nigeria is touching you at all.
I mean, it is, but I'm a soft girl, so I always try to blend in. But so far, so good. The economy, yes, there are a lot of hardships going on, but I've been able to take it as it is. Like they say, not the faint-hearted, sorry, can survive in Lagos.
Okay.
So,
So what have you done differently?
um, I would say my timing.
Okay.
I've been able to balance my timing
Okay.
as regards a lot of things, going to work, making sure that I'm always against traffic, and then also in terms of the economy itself, the price rate inflation.
Yes.
I've been able to try and cut down on my desires, things that I want, and just mostly focus on things that I need so far. It's not easy, really. It's affecting everybody
Of course it is.
around me, in my life, in my career, basically. But we would survive. This is Nigeria.
Of course, we always survive. We are survivors. We've
Definitely.
gone through different phases. I'm sure this will
Definitely.
pass and it will improve. Okay, coming to talk about business. As a business manager, what do you think? How do you feel that organizations are going to be able to sustain themselves in the light of the new minimum wage that government just pronounced? Because this means that the lowest ranking in organization, they are going to have a lot to deal with. So for example, someone that was earning 30,000 before, you have to find a way to ensure that the person earns a minimum of 70,000. And looking at the way of doing business right now and the current overhead costs as it exists as at today, even before that implementation, you know that it's a tough call on businesses. So looking at it from the perspective of a business manager, what do you think businesses can do better and can actually tweak to be able to meet expectations of employees?
Yes, if I can understand you well, I would say, firstly, from my own perspective, not just as a career person, as a person individually, I would say that it's actually a great change for people. Even if, I mean, I'm of the average class and I would say I'm doing well for myself, not being proud, and I am not living on that bridge. So definitely the minimum wage is only a boost for my own expectations. However, if you look at the people now, employees, and even those that started with the 30,000 naira that you're talking about, seeing that they're earning 70, I would say that it's a very great change for them also, because they would be able to expand their their wants, their needs, things that they did not believe they could ever have or accommodate. You'd necessarily see in typical ways. I have seen that, for example, let's say you have a driver or you have a cleaner or an office assistant. Most of those people, even after salary, they always have a situation, one thing or the other, that they still try to appeal to the company they work for, that, oh, I need help in this.
Yes.
So it's obvious that their money doesn't even satisfy them. And the company knows that. They are collecting it, they don't complain, but they get to situations 1 month after working, 2 months after working, 3 months, oh, my child went through this. at the end of the day, if the company actually looks back on their payroll and the benefits of this staff, they see that they're even giving them more than what they are actually earning, because it's not a case where you can leave them hanging.
You
So
cannot.
it's obvious that their salary is never enough. But now, if you look at it, if they're collecting 70, those benefits will reduce, because the company will be like, how are they going to cope in the first place? Typically, you can't be giving a staff or a cleaner 70K. How much you will not be paying the main
Senior,
staff,
exactly,
the
the
senior,
senior
the entry
levels.
levels, and
Yes.
the others. Let's not even go on the
Yes, not
staff.
even talk about the tech experts now.
No, just even the entry levels. How much do you
Yes.
want to pay them if you're paying the minimum wage for the lower
Lower
staffs?
ranks,
You
yes.
know, and by the time they are thinking of paying that, those benefits will definitely come down. You can't be earning 70 and becoming, oh, I have needs for this particularly, I have needs for that. There's an emergency in my house, in my home, in my family.
Of course.
The company will start giving you this, oh, you're already under HMO, you're already under this, and you're earning as much as an entry level is earning now.
Yeah,
So
so you don't
definitely
need to
those
back.
benefits will cut down. And to be very honest, I don't think even all companies can afford this. We're talking SMEs, companies that are just starting. They have a budget to work on,
Exactly.
and their major goal as a startup company is to have a high marketing strategy, which will cost a lot of money.
Sure.
So it's not even the staff payroll.
So how do we get that balance where we have employees being able to cater for their needs in the light of the current realities in the marketplace, and we also have companies being able to also sustain the business? Because, for example, they can as well go ahead and pay that money, right?
Yes.
And in a month or two, the business could shut down because the overheads will just almost triple from what they had before. Because even if they are not going to be able to scale up or even reciprocate that cost across all channels or all levels of employees, they still need to do something.
Yes.
It's possibly going to call for a roundtable discussion of some sort or something. Because at this point where we are in Nigeria, to be honest, do people need a rise in pay? Oh yes, they do. Do businesses need to drive business sustainability? Oh yes, they do need to do that. But how do we get that balance such that everybody, it's a win-win situation across board? That's actually the bone of contention.
I think, because, to my own opinion, I think before we can find a common ground, the foundation needs to be solid. And this is where I would say the government has not really done well. You listen to the cry of the people, but you didn't listen to the cry of business owners, of people that are trying to thrive, entrepreneurs, people that have a
Exactly.
business. You only try to solve one part and let the other people in red, danger zone. So the foundation is already not solid, it's slippery. You are telling them to collect a minimum wage of 17K. Who are the people giving them that money? It's not just government jobs that are involved.
Of course.
We have private entities involved.
Yes.
So I think the solution would have been that they should first reduce what is causing that inflation. The outcry of the people to increase minimum wage is because things have increased in the economy. The prices of things have inflated. And because of that, there's a backlog for the people. They need to have the money to pay for those inflated prices. But if they can come down with the prices,
Okay.
the minimum wage will not necessarily even have to be up to that amount, because you are finding a solution for the people in terms of employees now,
Yes.
but you're not finding a solution for the business owners who are also your people. There's no way they too can cater for the employees and still cater for their own businesses in terms of revenue flow and increase in revenue. And that is why I believe that most companies, international companies, are currently leaving Nigeria, because they can't sustain it. However, we are Nigerians. People will still try to open businesses even in this situation.
Of course.
They will still try to find a common ground. But there's also the thing that minimum wage before was 30,000.
Yes, it was.
It's not all companies that
are
have
paying
been
it, of course.
paying that 30,000. So we know that for the first few years, it might not really have an effect on private entities, maybe government, but not private. And what will happen is that private companies will probably lose a lot of staff.
Yes.
But then again,
Public
there's always a
entities.
positive part because we are now in the technology world.
Yeah,
You will be replaced. Manpower will be replaced.
of course.
So I think I'm just eager to see
Hmm.
how this will play out in terms of technology, in terms of manpower, in terms of what our governments will decide.
Yeah,
By the time the cry of the business owners becomes as loud as, even louder than employees.
All right, thank you, Tife, for that great contribution.
You're welcome.
However, looking at it from another angle, that's still speaking on this minimum wage. Can companies actually look at options of creating like a robust benefit plan and packages? Now, taking it directly to you, which will you prefer? A lot of cash in terms of compensation, or you have more benefits? And when I say benefits, now I'm talking health benefits, I'm talking vacation plans, I'm talking a lot of pension contribution, group life premium, and all of that. Which will you prefer?
I mean, you already listed all the things that I'm actually wanting to collect the money for. So I would definitely pick the benefits.
Okay.
Mostly because of the health insurance. Aside all you said, health insurance is top notch for me, top priority. So I'll definitely pick the health benefits.
Thank you for that insight. So our audiences at home, we really appreciate your time, and I know that you are enjoying our conversation. To keep enjoying related content from us, please hit the like button and continue subscribing to our channel. We also like to hear your thoughts. As an employee of an organization, which will you prefer? Do you want a lot of cash, or you want more health benefits so that you don't have to use those cash to sort it out, or a lot of group life premium, a wonderful car as a subsidy for transport expenses, or even maybe a partnership with one of the transport companies to ease your movement around Lagos? Please share your thoughts with us and take a poll. Now, back to our earlier discussion, something just struck. We've had organizations and employees. I was at a court, an industrial court, some time ago, and it was quite interesting. There were a lot of engaging cases, but the one that struck me the most is cases where you have employees sue organizations on grounds of non-remittances deducted already at source. So I know that you have a relatable experience you would like to share, and I know that you it really hits home seriously. But looking at it now on a full view, and when I say statutory remittances, I'm speaking employee contribution that have been debited from source from employees, right?
Yes.
And of course, the employer is meant to add their contribution to those remittances and remit to a pension fund administrator. Now, this deduction is made at source, but it's never remitted. And nobody is asking questions because the employees, except they go to a court of law, they cannot ask questions as long as they are in that organization. The ones that brought those cases to court, they had actually exited the organization before they can ask questions because of the fear of, I don't want to lose my job. Because of course, we are in a very tight situation as a people in Nigeria. Now, looking at it from that perspective, that's just one side. We also have the issue of tax. Taxation in Nigeria, you have personal income taxes deducted from source as well, and it's not remitted to where it's supposed to be remitted to. We have housing contribution, but of course, because of the recent bill that was passed, it has made it very easy. So private companies can decide whether they want to be part of that process with their employees. If the employees say no, of course, they don't get to deduct. But for the ones that are mandatory, which is pension and taxes, we have a lot of employers that are really defaulting. In your thoughts, what do you think individuals can do to protect themselves? Now, sharing learning from somebody that experienced something like that. And if you have that kind of situation now, what will you do to ensure that you don't have yourself in that kind of situation?
Well, this is a sensitive topic for me.
I know.
That's
why I brought it.
I'd say no offense to any company whatsoever, but I would say that in all my business experiences, that's one mistake I've made in the past that I hope people don't make. Asking questions. Always ask questions before you get yourself involved or make a choice to work for an organization or start anything. Always ask questions if you don't know. Always ask questions if you're not sure what the first thing you receive from a company is the employment offer. Offer. In the employment offer, you have all the payment plan, every single thing, the benefits. Anything you do not understand, always ask questions.
Okay.
And if you're not getting alert in some certain things, always ask questions why. Okay. That's the mistake I made in my past. Working with the company I'm working for now, I was able to understand that, permit me to say, I effed up. I really messed up. Because, wow, how do I not know that I have not been paying tax? Yeah. I have not been paying tax. And the money has been deducted from my salary every month, and it's a lot of money. It's a lot. So how do I not know that I have not been paying tax? Where was the money going? Who was even paying it? It's questions that I want to ask, but I just let it go at the end of the day. But now that I know the knowledge of what I need to do, and every money that is leaving deducted from my salary, I need to know where it's going. Of course. I need to know that important. This is where the tax is paying, and I'm supposed to even be getting a lot for the tax I'm paying. Pension. How can you work for a company and you are not even on a pension payroll? How can you work for a company and you don't even have a pension? So by the time you retire, you don't even have anywhere to fall back. It's wrong for any company. I'm saying this with my full chest. Any single company that is out there in this country to actually employ people and not put them on or not ensure that they're on a pension payroll, because you're not helping them. You're giving them other benefits and they're not on pension payroll. What are they going to fall back to afterwards? Down to the lowest rank, they should have a pension payroll, even if it's the lowest amount of money that you remove from their salary. But you're not offering them that, and you're making them oblivious to that because they are novices. It's really wrong. I would say that I hope that companies will change in the nearest future, and try to be more considerate of their employees.
So our audiences at home would like to hear your thoughts. Hope you are having fun. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Yeah, Tife, coming back, yes, motivation has actually been something. It's been a great topic every time we have business discussions. So for you, what works for you? What motivates you? What wakes you up every morning to go to work and to open that laptop every time? Money? Lots of health benefits?
My answer will be very weird.
Okay.
My first answer will be very weird. Actually, getting to wear different clothes every day.
Wow.
I had so many clothes and I just want to show it off. And I can only do that physically. So I like to get up every morning, take my time to pick what to wear to work, and be happy that I have a job to showcase everything I have. But on the serious side, what actually motivates me is knowing that I have a career journey and I'm successful at it. And there's no way I cannot get that except through experience, and that's being an employee.
Oh, fantastic. Now to our audiences at home, we'd like to hear from you. What works for you? What motivates you? What wakes you up that morning every day to move from your bed to your workplace? Is it money? That's in terms of cash. Or is it benefits? Or is it career growth? Is it training? What exactly works for you? Is just a tap at the back to say well done? Or an email to say you've done well? What is that motivating factor? To our audiences, please don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe to our channel.
What motivates me as an employee has to do with satisfaction and success in my work. For other benefits, I would say financial incentive, we all need that, and other health insurance policies as well.
My biggest motivation as an employee is the ability to build a resource that will help people improve on their life, like building platforms that will help people get jobs and get access to other resources.
What motivates me as an employee? I'll say number one, apart from the reward part of it, which is the payment and maybe the recognition as a staff, I think the most important thing that motivates me is the opportunity that my career gives me to progress, and to meet some kind of people, during the course of my career. So I think that's it for me.
What motivates me? I'll say clear career paths, then also compensation. when you work and people appreciate your work, they'll compensate you more. Then to come to the office every day, I learn new things when I'm free in my own leisure time. I learn so many things online, new things, new ideas. So that alone motivates me.
So I think my biggest motivation as an employee would be the fear of being jobless, and I don't want to have to beg anybody for money or be a liability on anybody. So definitely that's a no-no. So that's my motivation.
Tife, it's really interesting the views of people.
Yes.
Wow.
I'm actually
Somebody said,
surprised.
because I need to not ask people for money, it's enough motivation for me to come to work.
And I thought that was weird.
Oh, when you talked about your clothing, I was
Yeah.
like, Tife, clothes, really? But I now remembered something. A friend of mine was like, okay, she pulled out of a remote work job because she was having mental health issues. Because she discovered that she was not relating with people physically.
Yes.
And she's been doing that for quite like about 2-3 years, and it became weird. So for her motivation when she got the new offer was to relate with people.
Yes.
So the diverse views of the audiences we've received so far, they've been quite shocking, interesting sometimes, but it's really an eye opener to some areas where some of us don't really look at. Because for me, if you ask me what motivates me, a well done does the magic. Like, oh, I've achieved a great milestone or something. Yeah. Or celebration of a new groundbreaking something, a project, a product, something. It just keeps me going, not the money.
That's great.
Yeah. So for all of those things, now bringing it back now to employees, we've noticed that there's been quite a lot of talent emigration. That's the JAPA syndrome. I've also seen the JAPA that too. There are always different topics you get from different social media angles. Now, and we know that we have different generations at the workplace.
Yes.
Currently. We have a fusion of the Gen A, we have the millennials, and we have the Gen Z. In your own opinion, which of this category of people are actually living the most?
I mean, I want to say first of all, where is everyone running to? Like, really, where is going?
Like,
I'm not trying to downplay the situation of what the country is currently giving its citizens.
But
Like,
it's a global
Nigerians
problem.
are going through a lot.
but it's a global problem.
But I mean, I just need to say this. Like, I'm not trying to be proud, and it's not because I have a good life going for me. I would rather be in Nigeria than in another land and feeling like I'm not connecting with people, because I'm all about connecting with people, and I feel like that's what a lot of people have missed.
Cultural.
I would say that my generation, the millennials, are the highest number of people that have jackpot, so to say. It's not even the Gen Z, it's mostly the millennials, because I feel like at some point they lost touch with what they're really trying to achieve in this country, and they feel that they can get it somewhere else. Everyone is just about making that money and doing it anywhere they can. And yes, the westernized world are offering so much, possibilities, so much engagement.
Opportunities.
You have a lot to cover over there, but at the same time, what is key for me is connection. I really can't relate with people over there. Maybe vacation, yeah, but where are you running to?
That's what's fair to say. Hope you're having fun.
Yes.
Don't forget to like, share, and comment. We hope to see you on that.
I would like to ask you also, what do you
Well-
think is your opinion on this? Will you JAPA if you have a chance?
No, I won't.
Why?
For a lot of factors and a lot of reasons. It would have, if I wanted to do that, I would have left the country when I was quite younger. Not now. No.
So you believe that your fulfillment is here?
Yes.
Okay, so
Funny enough, people are leaving, but
Okay.
business investments are coming into Nigeria. I don't know whether you've noticed. They are coming in, not in all spaces, but they are coming into some certain sectors, especially our what's it called? We have them a lot in our insurance space. We have them in health. We have them in manufacturing. Now, when I say manufacturing now, I'm talking about the service supplier chain support. Now, these businesses that are coming in, they have seen something that possibly some people are not seeing. So when you look at the three generations, I think I'm not able to pick one over the other. I think for me, I would say a 50% of the millennials and a 50% of the Gen Zs. Reason because these days, immediately they are leaving school, they don't even have plan to stay. They have plan to leave. And if you have them as intern in organization, don't plan with your eyes closed. Plan with your eyes open that they can decide to take a master's and leave. They can decide to take a program and leave and all of that.
Some of them are leaving for marriage too. You know.
Oh, really? Oh, that would be interesting.
There are better options over there. I mean, if that's the reason, I would leave
that's another factor to consider. But honestly, I think it's not as greener as everybody thinks.
I mean, Nigerian guys over here, I don't think they have much to offer.
If you feel the same way like Tifa is saying, please drop your comments. We're waiting for you.
No hard feelings.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, interesting.
I really don't think they have we ladies in mind in terms of career. They always feel they are the odogus, and as a woman, you have to submit to some certain things. But over there, even as a wife, you have the opportunity to grow your career journey. Most women would rather travel, get married there, and still push. I'm talking of the career-driven women now.
Okay.
Some women in Nigeria are actually okay with just being pampered, living the soft life, no career journey, own a store or something. But career-driven, you'd rather prefer to marry someone over there. Again, no offense.
Okay. Very interesting insights. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. I'm sure we've taken a lot of learnings today from what we need to do in terms of when getting a new job or even the current job we have. Let's pay attention to every single word on that employment contract that we have. When deductions are made from our pay, no matter how small, ask your human resource leader over there a very important question on what exactly they are deducting and the evidence of the deduction in terms of payment to whatever institute they are meant to pay to. Tifa has shared also some insights with us, and I'm sure we will all take learning to ensure that we do better in whatever it is we are doing. Motivation differentiates every individual in all workplaces. What motivates me is different from what motivates you, and we can all see from the different audience perspective. Tifa, thank you for joining me on the program today. I hope you also enjoyed yourself.
Yes, I did. It was really great having a session with you, and I really got a lot of lessons from you also. So thank you for having me here.
All right. So what final word do you have for the audience at home?
I would say first and foremost, I am actually proud to be a Nigerian. I don't regret being a Nigerian. All the difficulties and success growth, I'm still proud to be Nigerian. I would say don't travel except you actually know that that's your goal and objective in life.
Thank you. All right. So our audiences at home, I hope you've had a very engaging session with us today. Don't forget to click the notification button and follow us on all our contents on HRTV channel. Thank you.